today we're going to be solving equations with variables on both sides. Now this is a review of what we did in semester 1, so we're going to go through it quickly. You've got 4 steps today, unlike yesterday, in order to solve these equations. First, you're going to combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. Then you'll move the variable term to one side, whether it's the left or the right, it doesn't matter. Then step 3 will be add and subtract to get rid of whatever's being added or subtracted to the variable term. And then step 4 is to divide by the number in front of the variable. So number one shows us this problem here. And I'm going to draw a line down the equal sign so we can talk about left side and right side. If you look on the left side, there's not any like terms. And if you look on the right side, there's also not any like terms. So we can skip step number 1. Step number 2 says move the variable term. I'm going to move this positive 6n to the other side. In order to move the positive 6, I'm going to subtract 6n on both sides. This 6n and the negative 6n cancel. 4n minus 6n is negative 2n. And then I'm going to bring down everything that I didn't touch. So the plus 9 equals 1. Next, I'm going to get rid of whatever's being added or subtracted by the variable term. So right now it's being added 9. So I'm going to get rid of the add 9. I'm going to subtract 9 because that's the opposite operation. Next, I'm going to bring down my negative 2n equals negative 8. Now I got to get the n by itself, so I must divide both sides by negative 2. That's the last step. And negative 8 divided by negative 2, I'm left with n is equal to positive 4. The next example is number 6 here on my worksheet, and I'm going to draw my line down the center. And I want to look on the left side to see if there's any like terms. And in this case, there are. I have negative 1n plus 2n. If I put those together, negative 1 plus 2 is 1n. And then I'm going to bring down everything else that I didn't touch. And looking on the right side, there's not any like terms. So I'm just going to bring them down. Negative 1n plus 16. Next, step 2 is to move the variable term. I'm going to move this variable term to the left side. I'm going to add 1n to both sides. These cancel. Now I'm left with 2n is equal to, the only thing that's left on this side is a positive 16. There's not anything that's being added or subtracted, so I'm going to just skip to step 4. That's to divide both sides by 2. And then I have n is equal to 8. The next example I'm going to give you is number 7 on this worksheet. And I'm going to look at the left side to see if there's any like terms. There's nothing on the left side, but on the right side, I have all of this right here. So I'm just going to bring down what's on the left side. Negative 2x plus 7 equals x. And then when I put that together, positive 5 minus 4 plus 9 is a positive 10. Next, I'm going to move my variable terms to one side. I'm going to subtract this 1x on both sides. That cancels. Now I'm left with a negative 3x. And then I'm going to bring down my plus 7 and my positive 10. Nothing happened to that. Step number 3 is to get rid of whatever's being added or subtracted. So this is adding 7, so I'm going to subtract 7 so I can get that negative 3x by itself. That cancels. Now I'm going to bring down my negative 3x, I'm running out of room, I'm sorry, equals 3. Next, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. So when I divide by a negative 3 on both sides, my negative 3's cancel, and I've got x equals negative 1. The next example, I'm going to draw my equal sign, line down my equal sign. There's nothing to combine on the left, but on the right, there's a 4 and a 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9. And then I'm going to bring down my plus 8n equals, and then I've got 8n plus 9 on this side. You can identify right now that they're the exact same, but let's go ahead and follow our steps all the way through. We're going to move that variable term I'm going to subtract this 8n on this side. So these cancel. I'm left on this side with a positive 9 equals 8n minus 8n is 0. So I'm left with a 9 on this side. Notice 9 doesn't equal 9. So when it's a true statement, the answer is going to be infinitely many solutions. You may hear it called all real numbers as well. So that's only when it's an equal to. So if I look at this last problem, there's not any like terms on the left or on the right, so I don't need to combine like terms. Now I need to move my variable term, so I'm going to move this 1n to the other side by subtracting it. It cancels there. I'm left with a 9 on the right side. I'm going to cancel this. And I'm left with a 4 on the left side. 4 does not equal 9, so when it's a false statement, your answer is no solution. And what that means is no matter what number you plug in there, it'll never give you a true statement. Whereas on number 9 over here with a true statement, you can plug in any number that you want and it'll always give you a true statement. I hope you all enjoyed the lesson today, and your assignment is pinned on Google Classroom. Have a great day.